Greetings from Eagle, Idaho. And Eagle is a community just a stone's throw from Boise. And I'm standing here in my home that, as of about 10 days ago, I took possession of. And I bought this home furnished, but I'm really struggling to dot the I's and cross the T's, so to speak, when it comes to making the home mine, and in doing so, I've had all types of ideas thrown at me as far as do this and do that and paint this and paint that and buy this or buy that, that type of thing. But somebody out there on YouTube, Jessica, Jessica, introduced me or familiarized me with a service that's offered by Ethan Allen. And it's a free interior design consultation. And I thought to myself, why not? What have I got to lose? And Ethan Allen, for those of you that are not familiar with Ethan Allen is it's upper scale, if you will. I don't know if upper scale is the word. Fine quality. That's the word that I'm looking for, the phrase that I'm looking for. It's fine quality furniture. And I called them up and I was looking at some on their went to their website. I was looking at some of the furnishings and the window treatments and the decor and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of what I saw really conveyed the image that I'm trying to capture in my home here, just outside of Boise. So I set up a consultation, a free interior design consultation, and the most wonderful lady came out. Her name is Val. And before I forget, if you need an interior designer, call Ethan Allen in Boise. If you live in the Boise area, anywhere in the vicinity of Boise. If you live in the vicinity of Boise, I should say, and you're looking to decorate your home or get some interior design ideas, Val is a very good, she's professional. And I was a little bit skeptical, to be quite honest with you, as far as what to expect. And she came out. We spent a little bit of time talking about myself, what I was interested in achieving, what are my likes and dislikes, that kind of stuff. And we spent the better part of, I would have to say, almost 2 hours talking about different considerations when it comes to design. So I thought that I would, just while this stuff is fresh in my memory, fresh in my mind, I should say, fresh in my mind, I thought I would share it with you, and doing so, I'd be able to remember some of this stuff. So this is the entryway of my home, and at the moment, the entryway is just bare. But what I was telling Val was that what I really liked about this home was that when you walk into the entryway, and you do have a nice entryway, when you walk in, it was just a spacious. I just liked the spaciousness of the living area, you see. It was just very spacious, and it was bright. There was a lot of light. I just liked all of those windows going across that far wall there. So we spent some time, and I'm going to just kind of point out some of the stuff that we talked about. And interestingly enough, we'll talk about the furniture in here. So she was making different suggestions. And as far as the furniture in here, several people have toyed with or introduced the idea of moving this love seat from where that chair is over there, moving the love seat over to here. And I did that and put the chair over there, the recliner. We'll talk about that in a moment. But interestingly enough, another thing that Val kind of pointed out right away was that the rug was off-centered. And look, I put the rug in here, and I had the rug going almost right up to the fireplace here. But she helped me reposition the rug such that the center of the rug is more aligned with with that center window right there. You can see. So that's a line there. I should also point out she pointed out a lot of stuff. But these blinds, I had those blinds up, and she said the blinds would be better down, halfway down, as opposed to being halfway up, because it kind of hides the patio, so to speak, and it just opens up the window, and you can see you see outside and the trees and what have you. In the summertime, that's going to be beautiful, when those trees start to bloom and what have you. But anyway, so we moved the rug, and she wasn't too keen on this big ottoman here. She said maybe a table, but I told her that I need to find a balance between, not going overboard with my pocketbook and making the house look nice. So one of the things, and she pointed out so much stuff, and I'm just going to try to do my best, but she suggested maybe getting rid of this piece here, this love seat here, and putting 2 chairs there, as opposed to having the love seat. And I can live with that, perhaps. The other thing that she mentioned was to maybe replace this chair. And she showed me a really nice leather chair that they've got down in their warehouse that somebody had ordered, and decided not to get it for one reason or another, so it's marked down a little bit. But she showed me a really nice leather chair that would go right there, and I actually like the thought of having a reclining leather chair here and being able to sit right by the window and look up at the TV up on the wall. She kind of laughed when I told her I've got a bigger TV being installed in a couple weeks. She's like, "Oh, you boys, always bigger and better, But anyway, so continuing on, we talked about the piano. The piano bench had been sitting right on the carpet, and we repositioned the piano a little bit, and some people have said that piano should be turned around. Maybe have the bench in the corner of the wall, looking out. And I'm still on the fence with that, and that may end up being the situation where I turn that around. But what else were we talking about? We were talking about one of the interesting things that I learned from Bev was that oftentimes when the opportunity presents itself, you introduce the art into the room, and then the rest of the decor is in conformance with the art that you select. And I had brought some stuff from my previous home in Florida, and I wasn't sure if it would fit or not. And one of the interesting things that Bev had pointed out to me that I thought made a lot of sense was that she said that this wall right over there should have some nice artwork, because you come in and that wall right there, you put something over there on that wall which would look really, really nice. And the other thing that we talked about the possibility of an accent wall. And interestingly enough, what she suggested, and I kind of like the idea, to be quite honest with you, is to start over in this corner and paint this wall, bring that paint right back along this wall. So the accent wall would be accent walls, I should say. That would be an accent. Paint this, paint that, and then paint this right here. Leave the fireplace, leave that whole thing the way it is, and then continue the accent wall right over there to that corner. So the side wall right there, that would not be an accent wall, but the accent wall would stop right there. So it would go from there to here, it would stop, it would pick up over here, and the accent wall would come all the way along back over here to right there. And much to my surprise, and I'll confess to my delight, She actually liked these two pieces that I brought from Florida of seashells. And, I wasn't too sure about putting seashells on the on the wall, but I got these from a woman named Sally. And, Sally would probably be delighted as well to know that I was going to put her pictures of seashells up on the wall here. So she was actually, as far as the accent color for the wall, she was actually looking at something that would kind of go along the lines, and I don't know how well I can show this to you with the glare, but she was looking at something that would kind of be somewhere along the lines that would be matching something with that, with that color and that accent that would go right along that wall there. But then she was talking about some drapes, or some panels, if you will, and putting in some panels, like maybe a panel here, a panel there. She didn't really like the idea of doing balances at all, but then there would be you'd have some drapes there with a rod going all the way across over there. But I really like this. She talked about putting some art. I was thinking that you would have like matching, art, and she said no, not at all. She said over here you would do something more of a sculpture or something like that, and over here maybe just kind of a collection of some art. And then the other painting, or not a painting, but the other art piece that I had brought. Now, the home that I had bought in Florida was it was a designer home. It was a model home, so it was professionally designed, or all the art and everything inside that home. So there's this piece here, and she was saying that this piece here could go right here. That piece right there possibly could go right there, or alternatively, you could put a nice mirror in that spot right there. And we had talked about personalizing, with some of my pictures and what have you of my travels. And I had run the idea of maybe utilizing this wall right here for that purpose. Having this wall that goes to the master bedroom as the wall to facilitate my artwork. And then as far as this room here, she had told me that I probably don't need the dresser. I had ordered the bedroom set with the dresser and the chest of drawers. She said I don't really need the chest of drawers. I would just have the dresser right here with the mirror, and then of course the bed with the nightstands on each side of that. But that was the suggestion of that. And then the other nice thing that she was telling me that, actually she helped me with my coffee bar a little bit. I've been struggling with this, and she took the time to just kind of help me put this together a little bit. And she suggested maybe using that top shelf for the placement of some of these plants, these artificial, I think a lot of them are succulents, if I'm not mistaken. But she did that. And then, the other nice thing that she did was she took the cookbooks, and she was very conscientious about even the coloring of the cookbooks. She went through my collection of cookbooks and took that, and then we kind of put the little knickknacks in. I want to capture a little bit of my love for Hungary, and I kind of did that with these little knickknacks. And there's my little guys that I picked up from Tihani. Look at that. But these little guys right here. You see? But anyway, very, very nice. I appreciate the time that she took with me on this. And then we didn't talk about the mudroom, so to speak, but Savannah, bless her heart, had pointed out to me that this is actually a bench that you sit on. You sit on that bench and take off your boots or do whatever you're going to do. And so I'm going to order myself a beautiful cushion to run the length of this bench. And I'll point out, I'm always coming across these subtle little things of the home. And look at this little little outlet here at the mudroom, and it's got a little USB port. You know, I just noticed that today, but probably what I'm going to do is I'll get some nice baskets and put some baskets in here. And I could always, you know, put my cowboy hats right across the top, and then get some more baskets down for the bottom there as well. But off the top of my head, that's a lot of what she was saying. And you know, I actually like this. I like the love seat over in that area right there. You know, one other thing before I wrap this video up is I was also pleased that they had pointed out that this room right here, this guest room, this is where Skip Smith will sleep. For those of you that know Skip Smith in the Villages, painting this room, you know, painting this room a nice, painting this room like a nice blue, almost like the color, almost like this blue here, if I can show you. Maybe painting this room here a nice blue to go with that. And she had pointed out, I had asked her if I might be able to reuse these panels that I had bought for my windows back in Florida. And she said that I probably could. I could actually run a rod the length of that right there, that window, and use these two panels in this room after I get it painted. So that is that's the progress made today on decorating this home. And I gotta reemphasize, you know, if you happen to be watching this video and you're in the vicinity of Boise and you're looking for an interior designer, call Val at Ethan Allen. She really knows what she's doing, and she's very, very, very patient insofar as trying to get an understanding of what you're trying to achieve and all that. So anyway, with that being said, folks, have a beautiful day and take care.